Once upon a time, there lived a boy named Rohit in the village. He was very disappointed with his life. The reason for his disappointment was that he was not doing anything in his life till now. His parents used to taunt him that all your friends are doing something or the other, but you are still sitting at home, often made fun of even among friends used to go.
Whenever he went somewhere, people used to ask him what he was doing. He was ashamed to tell that he did not do anything. Gradually, he reduced visiting relatives and meeting people. He stays at home most of the time. He cries and curses and blames his fate alone. Now he finds his life a burden. Sometimes he thinks of his survival when there is nothing worth doing. What is the use?
He should die. One day he was passing through a road in his village. Then he saw a preacher preaching on sorrow. He also sat at the back of the same crowd and started listening to the sermon of the monk. The preacher was saying that sorrow is like a monk who shows us the truth of life and teaches us the right way to live. If you want, you can learn to live life from your guru.
Sadness, and if you want, you can sit and cry, drowning in the same sorrow. Rohit was also listening to all these things carefully, but he did not like these words of the teacher. He stood up and said that sadness does not go away by teaching anything. Sorrow only gives sorrow. The pain of sorrow is infinite. It seems as if nothing is going to happen after this. Nothing is achieved. Even death seems small in front of it. The preacher said, "Then what is your sorrow?" Rohit narrated all her sorrow to him and asked, "Do you have any solution for my sorrow?" Hearing this, the sannyasi smiled and said, "The day you feel really sad in your life, you come to me. I will definitely solve your problem." And saying this, the sannyasi left from there. Rohit thought, "Isn't my sorrow true? Is the pain I'm going through fake? No one can understand my sorrow. If my parents don't understand, then how will the sannyasis understand?" Troubled by his sorrows, Rohit decided to do something. He started a small business, but was not getting success. But his family members used to ask if he was making some efforts. He remained engaged in his business and gradually started getting success. Then he gained momentum, and within just 5 years, soon he became a big businessman. Now, Rohits, there were many people around who cared about him. Those who loved him praised his work. Now, even his family members praise him, didn't get tired. Number of his friends, day by day, was going. Now he's very happy with his life was. Some of his friends advised him that when you imagine if you're so happy after becoming a big businessman, you become the biggest businessman of this city and this state, how happy you will be if you go. How many people would like to join you? How famous you are, and even the king himself would like to befriend you. This talk of friends stuck in Rohit's mind. Now he started trying to earn more money, but he wanted all this very quickly. He did not want to waste much of his time in getting these things, so he started doing things that were not right. He started borrowing large amounts of money from his friends. In the greed of more profits, he got into his business started doing. Realize your vision. It is necessary to take action, and just doing the work is not enough. It is also important to take your work to the final stage. No matter how many difficulties come in the way, no matter how disappointed the mind is, no matter how much it seems that nothing is going to happen, then believe that whatever I am doing, I will definitely be successful in it.
People respect only successful people. No matter how good someone is, he or she is always a liability in people's eyes. Hearing all this, the preacher smiled and said, "This is not real sorrow. When there is real sorrow in your life, then come to me, I will fix it." While leaving, Rohit gave a pot full of coins to the sage. Seeing the pitcher, the monk said that it is of no use to me. Dig a pit under that tree and bury it. As per the advice of the sage, Rohit buried the pot under the tree and went away from there. Business started going well for a few days, but due to wrong methods of business, he gradually started incurring losses in the business. All his wealth gradually began to disappear, and a day came when he had nothing left and was burdened with debt. But he was relieved because he had taken all his debt from his friends. He thought that his friends would support him in bad times, but nothing like this happened. As soon as bad times came, friends first started asking him for a loan. They even threatened to kill him if he did not repay the loan. All well-wishers and loved ones turned their backs on him. His friends, who used to have fun with him, now running away from him. His family members start pointing out his mistakes and shortcomings. All his property has been auctioned and he is left with nothing. Rohit is deeply saddened. There was no one around him who could understand his grief or who could support him. He was broken from inside due to this deception of the people. He started thinking, what is the point of living now? Now death is the only support. He went to the hill to commit suicide. Then he remembered that the monk had told him that whenever there is any real sorrow in your life, come to me. Rohit went to the sage and told him all his sorrow, and with tears in his eyes he said, Rishi, please relieve my sorrow. The monk said that when you have real sorrow in life, then come to me. I will definitely fix it. Rohit said that whatever is happening in my life at this time is not sorrow. After all, what is real sorrow, Rishi? First of all, you tell me what you learned from your suffering. Rohit said, I have learned that people who have come into our lives because of our success and progress will definitely betray us, because they will not stand with us in bad times. They will take advantage of us. They leave us in good times, and in bad times, trust only those people who support us in our bad times. Such people are very few, but those who have them should respect them. One should not insult them. I also learn that one should never conspire against anyone. One should do one's work with honesty and patience, and one should never be greedy. After narrating all his sorrows and experiences, Rohit sat in front of the sage with tears in his eyes. After some time, the sage got up and dug a pit under the tree and took out the pitcher, which was full of gold coins. He gave it to Rohit and said, come to me when there is real sorrow in your life. Rohit thanked his monk and bowed to him and went away. He started a small business with that money. Now he is also happy. He did business with dedication and honesty, and soon he became a big businessman in his city. His life was full of happiness and facilities, but no matter how good one is and how much good he does in charity, helps people. But if there is sadness in life, then there is sadness in Rohit's life too. Rohit loved his parents very much, so their death saddened him greatly. He took both the bodies to the crematorium where they were cremated. There, he saw the bodies of his parents burning, so his mind became restless, and many questions started arising in his mind. He came back home, so he looked towards his parents' house and property, for which his father always fought, lying desolate today. Those who looked after it, those who fought for it, are gone from this world. Whatever his father earned, he left it here, till one day his father used to fight with anyone for his property. Today he himself left this world. A whirlwind of many such thoughts was going on in his mind. He was feeling alone and scared inside. He was feeling empty. He felt that there was something which he could not understand. So he went to the sage. On seeing him, the sage asked, what is there in life? Is there any pain? Rohit said, there is no sorrow in life, master. Everyone is happy. Everything is going well. But today, my parents have died. I am extremely sad and disturbed by this incident. The guru said, what is there to be sad about? One day, everyone will loved ones have to die. No one has ever lived and will never survive. One day you too have to. But the young die before the old. Children die. Death has nothing to do with one's age. It affects everyone. These words of the guru entered Rohit's mind, and he went quietly, but his mind was still restless. He was feeling empty. He kept thinking about himself the whole day. Who is he? Why did he come into this world? Is the goal of life just to consume things and die? Many such questions were constantly arising in his mind, but he was not able to get answers to any of his questions, and his sorrow was increasing day by day. Then after a few days, he again went to the guru and said, Guruji, I am very sad because I do not know, finding who I am, and why have I come into this world? Hearing this, the teacher smiled and said that today, for the first time in your life, true sorrow has arisen. This is indeed real sorrow. We don't know who we are, why we have come, what to do, how to do. Rohit asked his guru to relieve him of his sorrow. The monk said that all of us human beings keep collecting throughout our lives. Rohit said that all human beings keep collecting wealth, honor, family, prestige, friends, enemies, etc. throughout our lives. The monk asked, will we keep some of the things that we have collected? Can you take something? Chat with us? Rohit said, no, Guru, nothing will go with them. Nothing went with my parents. They left everything here, house, family, property, everything. Guru said, now listen to me carefully. Whatever we get in this world, one should collect. They don't collect. Things just come. But we don't try to see them. In this world, we just have to pull ourselves together. We have to gather ourselves so that we can unite, so that when we die and are able to recognize ourselves, we are divided inside. We are divided into love, hatred, anger, jealousy, cruelty, wealth, position, prestige, respect, identity, religion, caste, hundreds, thousands of such things and desires. We are divided and living life in pieces because of this division, because our consciousness can never be one. Our consciousness is scattered, hence, we do not have enough time and energy to look within ourselves. In fact, people consider the lack of wealth, respect, and facilities as sorrow, and those who keep crying about their sorrow throughout their life and try to find a solution, they never get the solution, because what people call sorrow is not real sorrow. It is just a man's wish, his wish, which is irreparable. That is why here man never found the solution to such sorrows. So, beyond all this, if you want the final solution, then first yourself. Gather up, remove your energy from this world, and gather and focus on yourself. Concentrate, know yourself before death. Scatter, no. Rohit said, Guru, we want to leave this world. Leave must kill all your desires. One should not love anyone, not accumulate wealth. Should give up hope of respect. The monk said that the emotions of a scattered person, desires and desires emerge just like that. Just like a stone falling from a mountain over which the mountain has no control except seeing, being troubled and losing something. Similarly, the desires of a scattered man are uncontrolled and painful. His uncontrolled mind keeps having desires and fantasies, and this leads to suffering. But when a person is collected, whatever he does is under his control. Then desires also arise from his desire. Rohit said that you have relieved my true sorrow. Thank you very much. From now on, I will try to control myself. The monk said that there is a lot of energy and power in the human body, but it is divided in useless activities, engaged in useless things. It is as if a very powerful machine has been given in the hands of a child, and he is wasting its power without thinking and without any control. So concentrate on the power of your consciousness and collect it. Rohit got the answer to his questions. He thanked his guru and went away silently. If you liked this story, friends, subscribe the channel and like the video. Thank you. See you with another new story.